Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Brass Monkey X. So we're still working on my car today, the Chrysler 200. It's 2013 Chrysler 200, and I just changed the cabin air filter. You can see that on my last video. And now what I'm doing is, since I had to get in there to change the cabin air filter, I also have to change one of these. This is a heater actuator. Okay. This is up underneath your dashboard, and it's very close to where the cabin air filter is located. So I figured I'd do both of them today. Now again, it's another Amazon part. I paid, it was under 20 bucks for this. It was like $18.99, something like that. But let me show you guys what we're doing with this. So again, you're gonna want to take your glove box off. So I showed it in the last video, but I'll show it here again. You just kind of push in the sides and pull down, and it should pop right down like that. But we're gonna go ahead and get it completely out of the way this time. So again, there's tabs right in here, there, and there. They're kind of holding it on. All you gotta do is pull down. If you just yank down, it pops right off. So we're just gonna pop that off and set it to the side here. Okay, now we have easy access to get up in here. So how I know one of these actuators is bad is when I turn my car on, there is a terrible clicking noise that you hear. It's been doing it for a while now. I'll try and show you. Hold on a second. Let me turn it on. And of course now it's not going to do it. There it is. Okay, so that was the noise. Every time I turn my car on, you get that awful clicking noise. It also does it whenever I turn like the heating on and off. If I turn the AC on and off, it clicks like that. And I knew it was coming from under the dash, right? I knew it's under here somewhere. So I took a look. There's two of them under here. Okay, there's one over on this side, up there. It's on the right side of the air cleaner box. Okay, it's right up there. A little difficult to get to, but there's room. It's a lot easier if you're not holding the camera. And then there's another one over here on this side. It's all the way on the left. Another one looks like it's pretty easy to get to. Now I don't know which one it is that's clicking. I mean, I can turn it on again and try and listen. It's very difficult to pinpoint which one that's coming from. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start here on the left. I'm gonna pop the wires out, turn the car on, and if it clicks, I know it's not that one, because that one shouldn't be working at all. Okay, and then I'll try the other side if I can't figure it out from taking this side off. But I'm gonna need two hands to do this, so I'm gonna have to pause the video and figure out which one it is, and then I'll be right back, guys, so hang tight. All right, so as you guys can see, I unplugged it. I pulled the plug out of this one here on the left. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna start the car up again, and we're gonna see if we still get the clicking. So if we get the clicking, we know that it's gonna be the actuator on the right side, not this one up here. Okay, so since it's clicking, we know now that it's definitely this one over here on the right. So once again, let me pause the video. I'm gonna get this one plugged back in. We'll unplug the one on the right, make sure it's that one before we do this, because it looks like it's gonna be a pain in the butt. So let me double check and make sure. All right, guys, so I popped the wires out of the actuator on the right hand side. Now, it's just one of these little clips here, just like on most cars. Anytime you're working on electrical, it's just got this little clip there. You just kind of depress that little tit there and pop it right out. So I took that one out, and we're going to see if that's at the actual actuator that's not working. So we'll go ahead, turn the car back on, and listen for that click. Okay, so no click this time. So now that we know that that's the actuator, it's that one right up in there. I mean, it looks like it's a little difficult to get to, but the good news is there's only like 3 screws holding it on. You can see them from here. Looks like they're Phillips head. Not quite sure. I'm gonna have to get up there and feel around, but yeah, there's definitely only 3. There's 3 tabs on the new one, so I'm gonna have to get up in there, pop the old one out, put the new one in, and then reconnect everything. And unfortunately my tripod doesn't fit in here, so I can't actually show me doing that. So I'm gonna pause the video again and I'll come back when it's all fixed and I'll show you guys what I did. All right, so check this out, guys. To make it a little easier to get up in there, if you can't get your hand in there, I'm having a little trouble getting mine in there to get to the screws on the actuator. There's a cover underneath here, underneath your dash. It's like a carpet cover covering the bottom of the dashboard. If you pop this off right here, there's a little tab here that's holding it on. If you pop that down, you can pull that out of your way and you can reach up in there. You get access. So that should make it a little bit easier for me to reach up in there. So like I said, if you're having trouble and you can't get in from up here, if you can't get around the side here, come underneath, you can pop that little cover off and then you can just reach up from the bottom. All right, guys, so I got the old one out. Here's the old one. This is the new one down here. See, they're pretty much the same thing. All that matters is that the screw holes are in the same spot and this little gear here is in the same spot. So it's gonna work. Now, there was only 2 screws in it. There was a screw down here on the bottom and one up here on the top. This hole here and this hole here, there's these pegs sticking out that go through the holes. They're just pegs holding it on. So it's only 2 screws, which it sounds pretty simple. All right, cool, 2 screws. But I swear I would like to meet the engineer who designed this. The man is some sort of evil mastermind, and I'd like to kick him straight in the genitals. In order to get to this thing, this was no help, pulling this thing off the bottom. You can't get in there from underneath. It's a pain in the butt. You got to come in this way, but like, let me try and turn the light on. Your arm has to come in here like this and completely twist backwards the wrong way. Like, you need 2 left elbows to get in there and make this work. It's such a pain in the butt. I hate engineers. They design this stuff and it's like they've never worked with tools before. They have no clue how the real world actually works. They're just a bunch of nerds sitting behind a desk going, oh, this will work. And it's like impossible to work on this stuff. God, I hate engineers. I really do. But anyway, when you finally get in there, you can't use a standard size screwdriver. Way too long. Not going to work. All right, cool. You go get your little stubby. You get your stubby in there and you're working that retarded angle, right? And then come to find out, a number 2 Phillips head isn't the right size. It's a number 1. Who the hell has a number 1 stubby Phillips head screwdriver? So, I went and got a number 1 bit, okay? And unfortunately, I don't have a ratchet that has an attachment, but you're in luck, guys. If you don't have a ratchet that has the attachment to take accessories like this, like the little bits, 1/4 inch. Sorry, I can't get it to focus. 1/4 inch. 1/4 inch will fit. You get a 1/4 inch ratchet, you pop your bit in there and it holds it just fine. But be careful because it isn't magnetic, so it might pop out. You just got to be a little careful with it because it can be a little loose. But it fits perfect. That's what I had to do. I had to get myself my little ratchet, put this number 1 Phillips bit in a 1/4 inch head, and then get up in there completely backwards and sideways and upside down to get this thing out. I'm not even gonna lie, it took me about half an hour to 45 minutes to get this freaking thing out. Ridiculous. But let me go. I'm gonna put the new one in and then I'll be right back, guys. So check it out, guys. As you can see, I got the new actuator screwed in. I got the wiring hooked back up. So we're good to go. Let's just test it out. Make sure that it works. We're gonna turn the car on and hopefully we're not getting that click anymore. So let's see. All right, smooth as butter. No more clicking. Cool. So yeah, guys, it was definitely a pain in the butt. I mean, getting it back in was a lot easier than getting it out. I don't know why that was. It was so difficult getting this thing out of there. But, you know, the only way to do a thing is to do it, guys. And like I always say, there's no problems, only solutions. There was no way I was taking it to a shop to do this. It would have cost me God knows how much money. But it's all done. We fixed it. Wasn't too difficult. I mean, it only took me about an hour or so, just because it was, you got to be a contortionist to get in there. But we're all done. We'll go ahead and put that glove box back on, and we're good to go. So I appreciate you tuning in, guys. Hopefully these videos help you out if you don't know how to do stuff like this. Hell, half the time I don't even know what I'm doing, but you just got to get in there and do it, guys. You never know what you're capable of until you try. So thanks for tuning in, guys. I really appreciate it, and we'll catch you next time.